Tomorrow.
This is a massive Lego island that takes up 9 Lego base plates. And for the next 100 hours, I'm gonna challenge myself to turn this island into a massive Lego army base with soldiers, weapons, vehicles, and buildings. So let the challenge begin. Now, when I was a kid, I always loved playing with my Lego minifigs and reenacting imaginary battles that at the time felt really cool, but now as an adult look like this. So I'm about to fulfill my childhood dream and make every 7-year-old jealous because I have a master plan to build one of the coolest Lego army bases you can ever imagine. Dang, this low-key looks like the Fortnite map. Now, what's the first thing that every army needs? Soldiers. And my goal is to acquire a lot of them. So I went ahead and spent a couple $100 on the internet for a bunch of army-related minifigs, so let's see what we got. This guy's got spy glasses and a set of headphones. Wait, what's he looking at? Time for minifig 2. This guy straight up looks like he came from a Call of Duty game. Army Man number 3. Army Man 4, 5, 6, 7. And just from this first order, I bought 14 Lego Army Men. And this guy's got a cool hat that can actually move. But I still wasn't satisfied, so I made another order for more minifigs. But this time, I bought a bunch of Lego Army Men that come from Indiana Jones sets. In total, I bought 10 of them. And finally, I bought one last order to finish this army. Oh crap, wait, these weren't the kind of army men I was thinking of. And aside from people, what are other things that can fight in the army? What about dogs? Dogs fight in the army. So I went ahead and bought a couple of those. Okay, rescue the injured guy. No, stop chasing the squirrel, bad dog. And just like that, we've officially enlisted our new recruits to our Lego army. Give me 20 push-ups. And now they need to start training and getting strong. So the next step on my list is to build a massive obstacle course for them to learn to be true soldiers. I'm gonna start by building a large vertical wall with a rope that people have to climb over. Then I'm gonna make some monkey bars using these fence pieces that people can swing on. I'm gonna build one more vertical wall, but this time I'm gonna add a net around it that people can use to climb over. And then I'm gonna add those tires on the ground that you have to run through. Come on, boys, let's go get those gains. And just like that, our soldiers have leveled up on the battle pass and are now ready for combat. So I went ahead, searched the internet, and spent a couple $100 on these custom Lego guns. The first thing I bought was this massive gun that sits on the ground. I also bought this minigun, which comes in several different pieces. These guns that look like they're from Fortnite. Here's a rocket launcher and a sniper rifle. Let's hit a quick 360 no-scope. I bought a bundle of 10 grenades, and I also ordered these battle packs that had even more weapons in them. At this point, we have so many weapons that I feel like I'm in the loadout screen of a Call of Duty match. I even designed some of my own custom Lego weapons. That way you guys can also make these at home. This first one is a rocket launcher. I also built this flamethrower using a blaster from Star Wars. This next one uses a binocular piece, a chisel, and a minifig hand, a double barrel shotgun, and this massive gun that uses 8 pieces in total. I also made a gun from a banana and a glizzy. And just like that, our army looks complete and it's time to work on our military base. First, we need to form the walls of the base to protect what will go inside, so I'm gonna use these giant fence pieces that are over a minifig in height. That way nobody can climb over. I'm also gonna add some lights for better visibility outside the base. Then I'm gonna finish the top of the wall with some tiles. That way it looks as clean as Mr. Clean's bald head. And for extra security, we can add some surveillance cameras around the base. Let's check one of them right now. Oh crap, I just realized we didn't actually build a bathroom for this military base, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That way we don't have another awkward situation like this. Looks good. At this point, we've built a giant wall that can prevent any ops from entering the base. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but it's also electric. But we need a way to transport supplies to the island, so I went ahead and built a helipad, and most importantly, I'm gonna build a helicopter. Helicopter! This took me 1 hour to build, and I based it off of a Huey helicopter, which was an actual helicopter used by the military. And it looks like this is the first vehicle to add to our military base. And I'm also gonna build a raft boat, which can also bring supplies from surrounding islands. Hey, whoa, get back. Oh, come on, I just built that. And just like that, we can now transport supplies to our military base, and it looks like these minifigs are munching down on some delicious glizzies. And now that we have all this food, we need to build a storage unit for it. So on this side of the military base, I'm gonna build a tiny warehouse. Then using tiny Lego pieces, I'm gonna form this really satisfying roof design and camouflage that actually bends. Let's see if it can do the wave. Wow, that alone just took an entire hour, but it's honestly worth the spicy content. Oh my gosh, I can die in peace now. That was actually so satisfying. Another thing that every military base has is a weapon room. We have a bunch of random weapons lying around that we're not even using, so we need a secure place to store them. So I'm gonna go ahead and build a giant room in this corner of the base, and now we can just start filling it with weapons. Not gonna lie, this is pretty cool to look at. And to make sure that only soldiers can get in here, I'm gonna add this sliding door mechanism that requires your fingerprint for it to open. Finally, we can put a roof on this building and add a bunch of leaves on top. That way it blends in and looks camouflaged. Whoa, it's so camouflaged, like you can't even see it. Bruh. Another thing that our military base needs is a place to sleep. That way our soldiers can rest up and get ready for the next day of work. So I'm gonna build this wooden cabin out of brown Lego bricks and toss in 3 bunk beds that can fit 6 minifigs in total. Now it's time to kiss the homies goodnight. Go to sleep, boys. And finish this cabin off with a roof design that uses an illegal building technique. Now, in the military, it's probably really common for people to get injured. Next up on my list, I'm gonna build a tiny hospital. So I searched the internet and bought this official Lego piece for $12, and it's pretty much a piece of cloth that forms into a tent. Now we can add a medic, and just like that, we've built a first aid tent. And now we can take any injured soldiers and revive them. Very nice. And next to the first aid tent, I'm gonna add a giant watchtower that can allow us to look out and spot any enemies nearby. I'm gonna build 3 separate levels and connect all of them together by one giant ladder. And now it's time to arm the watchtower with guards. Let's go, we got the high ground. Another thing that our military base needs is a central meeting area. So I'm gonna build an outdoor canopy using a net, add a table with a map, a few chairs, and now the commander of our Lego army can plan out the next attack. Where are we dropping, boys? Every military base also has a communication room. In this corner of the base, I'm gonna build a shipping container, and on the inside, I'm gonna build a secret office room with 2 computers. That way we can communicate with other military bases nearby. Bro, why are you playing Call of Duty on the computer? You're literally playing Call of Duty in real life right now. Now we can add a roof, and I'm gonna put a satellite dish on top. That way we get a better signal. Okay, at this point, we're starting to run really low on space in our military base, but I still have a few more things I want to include. One of them being an underground bunker. I'm gonna start by building some large and thick protective walls. And the room inside is gonna serve as an emergency living space with a bed, food rations, medical supplies, and some video games to keep yourself entertained. And now we have a safe and secure place to go in our military base in case someone drops a nuke. And no, I'm not talking about in the bathroom. And just like that, we are left with one final spot in our military base. And what do I want to fill it up with? A tank. The most powerful weapon of all. To build the wheels of this tank, I'm going to take these tiny Technic pieces and link them together to form these very satisfying tracks. And to put them on the tank, I'm going to use these tiny Technic pins and also these Technic gears. So far, this is looking pretty good. And from there, it was a couple more hours of experimenting with my pieces and getting the right shape. And just like that, I've made a historically accurate tank based off of an M4 Sherman, which was a tank used during World War II. And just like that, broskies, we have officially finished our military base. This really did take several days to make. Now, after all that building, I thought to myself, if we built a military base, what are we going to war against? Myself. Because for this final round, I'm gonna shoot a bunch of Nerf gun bullets at this military base and see how much damage we can make. Oh my gosh, I ruined the Huey helicopter. The watchtower actually stayed. But yeah, we made quite a bit of damage. Looks like I won that. I did this video partly because I wanted to shout out those who serve in the military. So if you're one of those people, thank you for your service. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Wait, real quick, we're about to hit 2 million subscribers. Here we go. Yeah!